Hello children, today's class we are going to start a very easy, quite known topic to you but which is very important as well. Name of the topic is indices. Okay, in today's class basically we will revise word I am using. Okay, laws of indices which we have already studied in lower classes, but seeing the importance of this we will revise it first. Okay, one or two places if needed I'll give an example, but otherwise I assume that you know it. Okay, first law, when numbers with same base are multiplied their powers are added. For example, a is some number whose power is m. All conditions are already considered here. A raised to n. What is the answer? Now here we are multiplying two numbers with indices where bases are same. If the bases are same, what happens to the indices? Indices simply get added, and your first law comes very simple law, a raised to m plus n. Now point to be noted is the operation is multiplication here and indices are getting added. Sometimes children jumble, they write a raised to m plus a raised to, there isn't any such rule. And why these mistakes are taking place? Because you basically do not understand what is the concept here. Example I'll give you. Okay, suppose we have got 2 raised to 3 multiplied by 2 raised to 2. So first of all, 2 raised to 3, what is the meaning of this? It means 2 multiplied by itself how many times? 3 times. And similarly here into, why into is important here, yeah? 2 multiplied by itself 2 times. So I will do that. 2 into 2 into 2. This is what? 2 raised to 3 into 2 into 2. Now again using the same rule, since 2 is being multiplied here how many times? 5 times by itself. I can also write it as 2 raised to 5. So what is the conclusion? 2 raised to 3 multiplied by 2 raised to 2 is 2 raised to 3 plus 2, that is 2 raised to 5. If you have understood this, you will never make a mistake. For addition there is no question, it will simply become 8 plus 4, right? Why this is happening? Because first thing, what is meant by after an index number means a number whose power is 2 raised to 3 or whatever and multiplied, so the indices are getting added here. Okay, similar way for division what will happen? What will be the rule? So remember the rule, a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. And what is to be remembered here? A is not 0. Some exceptions are there, no? For 0 we cannot apply all these things, right? Now if the same logic you apply, you can understand, or you have already studied also similar way. And also, did you understand here the basis compulsorily should be same, otherwise it won't happen. Normal, if you take it 2 raised to 3 and 4 raised to 2, then 4 also will be converted into 2. If you take it 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2, then here you will have 5 into 5. So you cannot do any kind of addition and the law will not work. So what is the law? The number with the same bases should be same, operation is multiplication, then the indices will get added. So remember the clauses there, whatever are used. Same way, if the numbers with the same base are divided, if you have got a raised to m divided by a raised to n, what will happen? Here in multiplication the power is increasing, in division the power will reduce. So it will become a to the power m minus n. Okay. Then third law, since you know it, so I'll go fast with this part. When a number with an index is raised to another index, so what happens to the indices? You have got a to the power m. Okay. So this is a number with index m, and again if it is raised with another index n, what happens? The indices get multiplied. So this will simply become a to the power m into n. Here also I'll explain. An example I'll give you for your understanding. If it is suppose a raised to 2 and again you raise it say 3. What does it mean? A square, first number, it is raised to 3 means a square multiplied by itself how many times? 3 times. So you have a square into a square into a square. This is what simply you mean. And again, using the first law, the numbers with the same base when are multiplied, what happened to the indices? Indices get added. 2 plus 2 plus 2, what it is? 6, which can also be written in a to the power 2 into 3. This is what you understand, you need to understand and you need to remember. Fourth law will be what? If you have got any product, okay, which is raised to the same index, okay, power of the some product, it will work as a to the power m multiplied by b to the power m. Simple, the application of opening the bracket here, simple to understand. Then to find the power of a question, find the power of numerator and denominator and then divide. Simple, it is again similar way. If you have got a fraction, say a upon b raised to m, how will you calculate? A should also be raised to m and b should also be raised to m, and then you will need to work out. Again, a kind of opening the bracket so that the same rule will be applicable to whatever quantities are there with the respect of the operation. Okay. And one more simple rule is there which we need to apply when we are solving the questions. What is that rule? If we have got a raised to m is equal to a raised to n. So very simple to understand. A some power is again equal to s another power. It is not going to happen. So what is the simple meaning of that? M must be equal to n. So if bases are same for two equal indices, okay, that means their indices will also be the same. An opposite way also we can have here that you have got a raised to m is also equal to b raised to m. Basis looks to be different but indices are same. So this is also going to happen only if a is equal to b. So if bases are same, inequality, if bases are same, indices must also be. And again, in inequality, if the indices are same, definitely the bases will also be equal. There comes another very important law, zero index law, that you also may be knowing. Any number other than 0, if its index is 0 raised to 0, the value of that will be 1. Any number, if you have got 100, but if its power is 0, remember its value is 1. Do you know the reason for that? Do you remember that? For example, I will take it like that. To get the index 0, what I will have to do, suppose I take a raised to m divided by a raised to m, right? So using our second law, what it will be meaning? This we can take it as 1. 1 can be written as the same number divided by itself. Then what will happen to the power? M minus m. So a to the power 0. So any number raised to 0, the value of it is always 1, right? When you use read one is, suppose you have got any number a which is not 0 and if its index is negative. With negative index we do not work out, you need to make it positive. So remember, if it is a raised to minus m, it can be expressed with the positive index as a to the power m. Oppositely, a 1 upon a raised to m will be written as a to the power minus m. Okay, or if you have got 1 upon a raised to minus m, what will be? A raised to m. So you take it, numerator becomes the denominator with the positive index. Here the denominator becomes the numerator with the positive index. Remember, I repeat again, a cannot be 0. So what do you understand here? An example I will give you. If you have got 2 raised to minus 3. You do not know what to do with that minus 3. So you will make the index positive first. 1 upon 2 minus 3 will become plus 3. And now you can work out what it will be. 2 into 2 into 2. So simply it comes as 1 upon 8. Okay. Or you have got 1 upon 2 raised to say minus 2 I will take here. So here also how you will write? 2 and 1 upon 2. So the denominator you have taken it to the numerator with negative 2 becoming positive 2. So it is simply 2 2s are 4. So you might be surprised that 4 can be written as 1 upon 2 raised to minus 2. Next come another very important part which sometimes children get confused. Those are what? They are fractional indices. Before understanding fractional indices, you need to understand a certain concept. For example, if I say 2 raised to 3 is what? 8. Here also understand children. Okay, 2 raised to minus 3 is what? 1 upon 8. And 2 raised to plus 3 is what? 8. Okay, so 2 raised to 3 is 8. How do we say it? We say cube of 2 is 8. In the other way, how can you say? Cube root of 8 is 2. Correct, na? You also write it in the other way. How you write index here? Cube root of 8 is 2. Isn't it? Both ways it can be written. Okay. Now, how do we express this part? This part also can be written as 8 raised to 1 upon 3 is 2. From here also I'll show. This is 2 raised to 3. Suppose both sides, 8. Both sides, if I raise by 1 upon 3, what will happen? Just now we use the law of indices. These two indices will be multiplied. This will be 8 to the power 1 upon 3. So simply what do you get? 8 raised to 1 upon 3 is equal to 2. So there are 3 ways of presentation I have shown. 2 raised to 3 is 8. Cube root of 8 is 2, which also if you do not use the radical sign, you can use the index form. What is the index form of that? 8 to the power 1 upon 3. Okay. If you have to write fourth, suppose any other power, say any other number you take, say cube root of 27, you know it is what? 3. So how would you write? 27 raised to 1 upon 3 is 3. So either you write it into the radical form which you have studied, or you can write it into the index form, that is 8 to the power 1 upon 3. So what we understand here, that suppose a raised to n is b. Then we can have b raised to 1 upon n is a, which can also be written as nth root of b. Nth root of b is equal to a. Okay. What if here also some power is there? For example, if you have to write a to the power n is b. Now instead if you have a to the power m upon n is b. How would you write? See, 1 upon n it is always written as radical form, n. But here now after 1 upon n is being removed from here, what left here is a raised to m is equal to b. Understood? So fractional indices, it can be expressed in the same way. A raised to m upon n, I can write a raised to m into 1 upon n is equal to b, and a raised to 1 upon n. Okay, a raised to 1 upon n can be written in the radical form. So how it will be? Nth root of a. But it is not a, it is a raised to m is equal to b. So where we need to express it, an example I will show you. Suppose you have got 2 raised to 4 upon 3. So how can you express it? Both ways you can simplify it. You will be first writing it as this 3, it will be working as root 2 raised to 4. And now at least you can simplify, no? So cube root of 2 raised to 4 is what? 16. I have taught you rational numbers, no? That time also I have taught you this, right? Or simply 4 raised to 1 upon 3 can be written as cube root of 4. Denominator becomes the root, nth root for that particular number, which can be expressed in the radical form as well. So for today's, I wish that you just all these laws very well. You have already studied, randomly select some examples, practice yourself. In the next class, we will see direct application of this. These should be at the tip of your tongue. Then all the examples in this lesson you will find very easy. So keep that much work ready. Thank you.